Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Thursday. It's Thursday. Lots of good stuff happened today. Although I miss Young and the Restless. I don't know really what happened over there. I saw GH and I salivated. Got to see a little bit of Bold, and I just don't know what's going on over there. But we'll talk about that. And Days was kind of, we'll see. Hey, Can.
Hey, Bubs, what's going on, lady?
Oh my gosh. So listen. Oh, hey, Electra Storm and April. Everybody over
Yeah,
there, that little YouTube. Um, what do they call the place when you go to the bleachers? The YouTube bleachers. That's what we're gonna all of
I
our
like
all
that.
of our folks over there in the YouTube bleachers.
Hey, Stefan, and I got something to tell you whenever we get on bowl.
What's
Mm-hmm.
Stefan at? Oh, hey Stefan, I didn't see
Hey,
you. Hey,
Louisa.
he just popping in.
Yeah,
Girl,
I literally only watched bowl today. Just wrapped it up. So
well, we can probably start with Bold today because that was probably the only thing that I saw in its entirety. Well, here's Darlin. I know she watched Young and the Restless.
yeah.
Yes, I did. Good evening, ladies.
Hey, darling,
How y'all doing?
doing all right. How about you?
I'm all right. Tired and glad the week is closing out.
I know that's right. I'll be happy to see if these supposed spoilers may come out today. It's Thursday, so hopefully it come out.
Well, I want to see what we gonna see because from what I've seen discussed among on a couple of different tweets,
Hmm.
apparently we probably won't be seeing no more scans of from the soap brand
Yeah, supposedly. Right. I heard about that.
because they didn't put their foot down. So we gonna see what we get.
Yeah, I wonder why they would say that. Like
Well,
what
because at
triggered?
the end of the day, it's copyright infringement.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
that's what it is.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I
okay.
totally understand why they did it. I get it. I totally get it. So, I mean, they want people to buy the rags, and well, them giving it away for free does not help with that.
But
So,
then listen, this is what they should do. This is what's gonna make sense because the only reason people are even interested in soap opera magazine is because of these fucking scams. I
Correct.
myself has considered buying a subscription to the magazine because of the scans, but let me tell you why I won't buy a subscription to the magazine. Because for 50 pages, they want you to pay something like, ain't they something like $5 a magazine? Baby, I'm not fixing to pay you all that money for 50 pages. Is you crazy? That's the where's the, y'all, and I know they the last magazine left. I don't even know what they cost now, but I thought it was crazy at the time. But then I was like, well, you could write that off as a business expense. Really, you could say it's in your waiting room. You got
Hmm.
magazines in the waiting room.
Hmm.
But so I'm also not a tax thief, so I didn't do that. And don't nobody go out there telling nobody. I told them that you can get a subscription to a magazine and write it off as a business expense because you need magazines for your waiting room.
You sure
Anyway,
can.
um, but anyway, they need to be glad that people are even giving them any type of press like that. But now, for sure,
Hmm.
those people should have also written to the magazine and asked them for permission. But how many years they've been doing this, y'all? It's not
long
like they just
time,
popped up yesterday doing this.
longer than I've been on Twitter.
They've known
Since the,
forever that people have been
since the
sharing.
days of AOL.
Thank you. So now they want to get up in their draws about it. It's
Yeah.
because probably because if you're losing money, what you really need to do is partner with these people who are sharing
Correct.
your scans. You need to sponsor them, and then
Good, very
you
good
need
idea.
to set them up so that they can charge people
Yes.
for premium content.
See, and you know what? That's why I asked what triggered this because see, my thing is this: it had to been a monetary type of
It's always
reason.
about money.
It's always about money, and my thing is this: they pushing about a product, you pushing out a product, but that don't mean people ain't out here finna try to bootleg it. People out in these studios, they filming movies every day, but people get screeners and bootleg motherfucking movies every day, and they ain't gonna stop. My whole thing is you gotta get out in front of it.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's what they did. They see the kind of platform that girl got. She got millions of followers.
Mm-hmm.
She got millions of followers. What they should have did was they should have reached out to her and said, "Hey, listen, we don't really like you sharing our scans, but we understand that you reaching millions of people, more than probably what their paid subscribership is right now. So
Yeah.
what we want to do is we want to offer you a sponsorship,
Mhm.
but what you're going to have to do is convince people to pay for premium content, and then you can put the scans in the premium content.
Absolutely.
Now you can sit there and tease what the premium content is going to be. We
Mhm.
might let you have like one tightly cropped picture, but the whole damn articles that she be printing and shit, that's when it got out of the way. But and I said to myself, one day they're gonna have to stop her from doing that, because I don't see how this gonna work for too much longer. But here we are at too much longer. But if they had been smart, they would have approached her. And she probably got time now, because I think she said she was on one of them shows. Girl, reach out to them people and tell them, listen, this what we gonna do. Because if I had the time to do it, I would do that shit myself.
It's money that could be made all the way around the board, but they're looking at it like people, like Simone said, they looking at it like people won't still go up in the damn grocery store and stand up in there and read what they want to read, and then throw that damn thing right back on the shelf.
Yeah, exactly. Read it in the checkout.
That's
Okay.
how I did it.
That's how I get all my good stories out of National Enquirer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody buying the Star.
They got a whole half a row at the grocery store, nothing but magazines that don't nobody stop you from walking up to and read. You can read every magazine on that rack, from Bon Appetit to Zoologist Daily. And ain't nobody from the store gonna come and say, well, you're gonna have to buy one of those magazines if you keep reading them. They don't care.
This is the library till I say
and they have it at the library.
And you can go to the library.
You go to the damn library and go have a seat and do the shit.
So we're gonna have to see what we get on spoilers. But I know you said, Bubbles, that I know a lot of people missed a good chunk of why and all, because I know you missed it because of what happened with your mother. But I know other people had a special report because of all that hellacious weather flying around.
Yeah, honey.
What's the weather? My mom was in. Not the California weather, the Alabama weather. There was a lot.
Yeah, the Alabama weather, they had tornadoes everywhere.
Yeah. Like literally around the corner from my mom's house, that her tree is down in the front yard. They don't have any electricity. They don't know when the electricity is going to be back on. Other parts of town is completely just flattened, just gone. So I'm gonna say this because I'm already making a TikTok about it, but I feel like I need to use all of my platforms. I know I'm reached with like 10 people, but I'm gonna tell the 10 of y'all, and y'all go tell 10 more people, and tell them people tell 10 more people. Y'all get the picture. We're gonna keep the ball rolling. So Selma has a jubilee every year where they go and people go for the Bloody Sunday commemorative march across the bridge. That whole town is in squalor. Like there are sinkholes in the streets that are the size of cars that they can't get fixed because there's no budget, because the city council fought with the mayor. The mayor was this young guy that came in and he wanted to increase things for like the pay that the workers were getting, city workers, and the council didn't want to increase the city workers' payments. So this year, city workers, last year too, they were going on strike. People wasn't picking up trash, so garbage was just sitting stagnant. Your grave diggers was like, you can bury your mama yourself, baby, because we ain't digging shit.
Wow.
So the city has really taken a hit. The only reason people know of it is because of the march, and they only go once a year, and they only go to that one spot. But if people took the time to drive around the whole city, they would see that that city needs a lot of help. Like there's literal blocks of homes that are boarded up and dilapidated. Nature has taken it back over. They need some help. So if y'all gonna try to do a Jubilee this year, instead donate that money. If there's some sort of fundraiser for Selma, make sure you send that money to that instead of going to Jubilee, because ain't gonna be nothing to see this year for Jubilee anyway, except for that leftover tornado damage. Because I don't know who's gonna go in there and clean it if the federal government don't. And that's been your PSA for today. Back to the soaps.
Thank you, Bubbles.
The more you know, the more you grow.
Exactly. Y&R was very mid today. And I guess I was a bit disappointed because it's really been it popped Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So today was very mid, which I guess I can understand. They can't deliver every day. And there were really only 3 stories going on. We had the aftermath of the Lily Billy breakup. And I guess part of that is that, I didn't care for them as a couple, and I don't care for them that much as individual characters. So I was struggling to pay attention.
That's okay, girl, because I would struggle too.
Lily went off to the park, and Daniel found her there, and Billy wandered his ass over to Chelsea house, sitting in her hallway like a latchkey kid sitting on the floor. And she opened her door, and he's sitting on the floor in her hallway, and she invites him in. So today was really, for the majority of the show, it was about, you could tell that it was about relationship building, about building the bonds that Billy and Lily are going to lean into post their relationship. So it wasn't boring. It just wasn't attention catching. And one thing that did catch my attention though was that I wanted to bap Daniel in his goddamn mouth. Because he sat up there and told Lily, after Lily told him, basically that her life is in a tailspin. Her and Billy broke up. Devon wants to dissolve their partnership. And, she just feels like a failure. And yeah, Stefan is right. Stefan said it felt like a filler episode. It absolutely was a filler, Stefan. And he busts up and said, well, no, Lily, Billy and Devon failed you and everyone. I said, boy, what? I said, Billy and Devon failed Lily. Okay, Billy, I can get with that. I understand how Billy was at fault in their relationship falling apart. How did Devon fail Lily? Oh, he failed Lily because he's just basically taking his ball and going to run home by ending their partnership. I was like, okay, obviously, Daniel, you trying to score points because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Devon got valid reasons for wanting the hell out of this entire situation, but whatever. And Billy did have an interesting conversation with Chelsea, which I found their relationship building much more substantive than the Lily Daniel relationship building, because he actually told her that when he went up on that roof, that he basically has nightmares about not saving her when she was considering ending herself on that roof, and that it made him, that moment scared him, because what he felt was that he would fail her like he failed to save Delia, and that was something that would haunt him like Delia's death haunts him. And Chelsea was like, I never even made that connection, that if things had gone the other way, what that would have been like for you. So I felt like they really are trying to deepen that damn bond, like, but good. But I wasn't really that here for it. Now, what I was here for was the tiny bit of progression we got with the Sally pregnant story. It wasn't much. Apparently, they're going. Sally and Chloe are going to pitch their idea to Jill at Chancellor Winters, and Sally's in complete denial about pregnancy. Like she's 16 years old and midterms are coming up and she don't have time to think about this baby shit. That's where she kind of is right now. And Chloe is trying to tell her, you're gonna have to deal with this, because babies don't stay secret. It's impossible for a baby to state a secret. And she was like, well, maybe if you think that the test was wrong, then maybe you need to make an appointment with your doctor and get it confirmed. She tells her, I already did that. She's like, okay, then you're going to have to start making some decisions about your situation. And she bought her a bottle of prenatal vitamins because because Sally really is in denial. So Sally's whole thing is she just wants to table this right now because not addressing it now isn't going to change anything, and they need to focus on the pitch. And Nick is supposed to come and take her out for dinner and drinks. And Chloe passed this comment, how you going to let him know how you going to explain how you not drinking if he taking you out for dinner and drinks? She's like, whatever excuse you come up with, it's only going to last for a little while. And then Chloe decides she going to be Nick or Slick. And when Nick shows up and they're all leaving Sally's hotel room, she pulls the bottle of prenatal vitamins out of her purse and leaves it on Sally's coffee table. So that is the trap that Chloe set for Nick, because I guess that's her way of trying to force Sally to deal with the reality of the situation by inadvertently exposing that she's pregnant. Because, well, if a guy sees some prenatal vitamins on your table, he's going to ask you a question, and it's going to be the most obvious question in the world. And that's how it ended with them.
FYI, women can take prenatal pills without being pregnant.
No, they can, but the
yeah,
first
I know. I'm just saying FYI because people don't know that. They think just because it says prenatal, you only take them while you're pregnant.
I know a lot of people who I don't know how true it is, but I know plenty of women who said that they used to take prenatal vitamins because it did great shit for their skin.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard.
It does a lot of different things. It has a lot of different benefits for different people.
So I guess that's her way of, I guess, inadvertently exposing her without exposing her, which I know she's not gonna think that it was done on purpose. But I'm sitting here like, see, if me and my friend was having this kind of issue, we would be having one hell of a conversation after the fact, after I got myself out of this jam, about how she need to learn how to keep her damn mouth shut and let me speak my truth when the hell I feel like. And I think that was pretty much it. The only other thing was Nick at the beginning of the show was with Noah, and Noah asked him how serious his relationship was with Sally. Noah got a whole new haircut. When I first saw him, I was like, who the hell is Nick talking to? And I realized it was Noah. I like it.
Nice.
I like the haircut.
Okay.
So he asked him how serious it was, and Nick made it clear that him and Sally are still in the formative phases. Nobody's in love or anything like that yet. So yeah, that's gonna be, I really do hope that this is Adam baby, because I would rather Sally be having a child with somebody who's in love with her than somebody who isn't, but we'll see.
Me too.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all that happened on Y&R. It really was a filler show, as Stefan said. There was really not much more to it than that.
That's good. We're making good time, y'all.
It did. I'm hoping that GH was giving today, because I can already tell you that Days had moments of greatness, but all in all, it felt like a show to get us to another part of the story.
Yeah, Days was okay today. But GH was hard. At least I thought so, because honey, everything is coming to a head. What are we doing GH or Days?
We can do GH first, because if it's popping, I want to hear about the show that was popping today.
Well, I'm not gonna talk about the stuff that I cared about. So
that's fine.
Y'all know Willow fell out yesterday at the bottom of the stairs when she rushed in there because she saw Nina. She had that nightmare that Nina came and took away the babies from her. And so when she came downstairs, she saw Nina standing there talking to Wiley, and she took, "Get away from the bad woman, Wiley." And she grabbed Wiley to go run upstairs, and she fell out, honey, just fell flat out. They took her to the hospital. So today we at the hospital, and Sunny told Josh, because didn't nobody know. So Sunny told Josh, she feeling some kind of way about it. And Drew told Michael. Well, no, I'm getting ahead of myself because they was all at the hospital. So how did they get to the hospital? Oh, Carly and Drew went after they found out that Willow fainted. So today we at the hospital, and they're talking about how Drew is getting in Carly's face about how you gonna tell her nothing. She's like, no, Willow got a donor. We don't need to say nothing to her about Nina being her mama, and that's fine. So we'll go with that. So then TJ come out, and they're all talking about Willow, and he's like, well, the other doctor lady that used to work with Britt, whose name I can't remember, Terry,
Mm-hmm.
is that her name? The other doctor that was working with Britt, is her name Terry?
I think so.
Okay. So Terry mentioned that they were going to try to find a clinical trial for Willow, but they probably ain't gonna make it because it's a clinical trial. And so she walked off, and then they were like, "What they mean that a clinical trial? I thought Willow had a donor." And they were like, "Well, the donor got rejected because they had some issues."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so now Carly and Drew standing there, and Carly's like, "What?" He like, "You ain't gonna say that." She like, man, yeah, okay. So she, she didn't want to, right? I mean, like it's Willow. Literally, I told y'all, Willow was fixing to be literally dead before Carly big-headed ass said anything. So she gonna go tell Willow, and Drew gonna tell Michael. And so she didn't get to tell them today because it just, they take forever to just draw stuff out. But so she went to the chapel where Sunny and Nina was in there talking, because she gonna go talk to Nina alone, and Michael's talking to Drew out in the waiting room area. So, and then that's how that ended with them people over there. Mm-hmm. But now Cameron was over there having a full-fledged rage fit over Esme and all this stuff she's done, and Elizabeth's like, "Boy, I mean, I know you upset, but you at my little Cammy Poo don't act like this. What is wrong with you?" And he was like, "Nothing. People just need to pay." But then he told her that him and Josh broke up, and she was like, rarely do people just break up over one little thing. So I think that's why he's going to ask Josh to come and talk to him, because he wants to know what that other thing is. Because Spencer also asked him, "Is this about Dex? Is it because I smelled that guy? He was in heat. Is this about Dex?"
I'm glad
I think she's fucking Dex, dude. I mean,
I'm glad somebody told the boy. Damn.
So he's sitting there perplexed, and Elizabeth's talking to him about broken hearts and all this shit. And I'm like, no, let that boy rage. He got a right to be angry. Let him rage. And so that's where they ended. He gonna go and talk to Josh's medium-sized head tomorrow. And I'm gonna see what he's gonna say when she do confess that she been riding. Oh, I want him to ask her, when did she and that man have sex? I want him to have you had sex with him yet? I want him to ask her that.
Started screwing him. I want specifically. I don't want none of these weasel words and none of this wiggle room bullshit where she sidesteps the question. I legit want him to ask, did you hop on his schlong before you broke up with me? Yes or no?
Right. So you cheated on me, and then you broke up with me.
Right. And you allow me to think it was my fault.
Right. And I'm sitting
here, ask me if we could be friends, bitch.
Right. And I'm sitting here working and shit on New Year's, working, trying to make money. So, and I'm rich. I ain't got to fucking work, but I'm working, trying to make money to impress your little raggedy ass, and you out here fucking somebody else. Man. I really do truly
truly, I need Cam to enter his villain era off this shit.
That's what I said too today, because the way he was snapping at Elizabeth, I was like,
Yeah.
this something, he fixing to be a villain for real. He gonna be a whole ass Cassadine. Is he a Cassadine? That boy displaying Cassadine.
That's what I was gonna ask y'all. Is that Spencer's half brother?
No.
Or are they
Okay.
friends?
Because
The family tree a little complicated.
Because I don't know if he's Nicholas' son, or is he supposed to be Jason's son? Whose son is Cam?
Okay, he is Xander Smith's son.
Xander. Okay, Elizabeth ex-husband. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they had a one-night stand. That's really what happened. There was this odd space where before Liz and Jason ever were a thing, where they had this deep flirting thing going on, but Liz just hadn't happened yet, where her and Xander hooked up for a night and she got pregnant. And the thing is, Xander had a very volatile temper. Truthfully, Xander was Jason light. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I preferred him when he was with Emily. Shit. The only two parents Emily ever had that I liked was Nicholas and Xander. So
yeah, and then she cheated on Xander with Nick though.
Well, no, she cheated on Lucky with Nicholas. So but Amaya said it right. They were raised as cousins. So they're Spencer cousins, because Cam, even though Xander never had anything to do with raising of Cam. That all happened on Lucky's watch.
Right. Okay.
So
okay,
so
I got you.
Right. So that's how they're connected. So I need him to embrace that. And the thing is, Cam is he was a functional kid and he's a functional young man. And you would never know from how he behaves that he's got, rebellious lineage in him, because the matter is, that's who Elizabeth was when she was first introduced on the show. She wasn't a bad girl, but she was you know what? I'm not putting up with this bullshit.
Right.
I'm taking off to New York. Hasta la pasta. Bye. And went on about her business. So he comes from people who in their younger years specifically were rebellious people. They were people who were not characters who were modeled to be, goody two shoes. Now they may have Elizabeth has developed into
absolutely.
calmer. Yeah, she's developed into a more calmer person. But yeah, Elizabeth said, I don't like living in Colorado with these old people. Shit on that. I'm going back to Port Charles. So yeah, when she came on in the 90s, she was a rebel. Xander was a rebel right up until the police shot his ass. So if Cam gets a villain era, it is very, very much warranted genetically.
Yes, and this might do it, y'all. I was just thank you. That's what I was wondering.
Mm-hmm. So and the fact that Carly is still up here playing these games and dithering because I'm sorry, I just need her ass whooped. I don't know who gon' exactly whoop it, but somebody got to.
I think Nina gonna beat that ass, honey.
I was gonna say that. I nominate Nina as volunteer.
She up there in that chapel alone with Nina, and she fixed to tell Nina that she's known since May that Willow was her daughter, and she was gonna sit on that information. If the other donor had to come through, she was gonna continue to sit on that information. And Nina gonna go just like Nell. And then she gonna reach her hand back all the way into 1918 and get a slap off the queen's lap and lay it on big-headed Carly's face. That's what's fixing to happen.
That's what's gonna happen.
That's what's fixing to happen. And Carly is gonna deserve that slap. Mm-hmm. And when Michael finds out that his mama was paying people to lie to keep Drew from finding, because Drew gonna have to keep her secret. Mm-hmm. She can tell as much of the truth as she wants. Drew is the only person besides her who 100% knows everything that Carly has done to keep the truth covered up. And if she don't tell all the truth, it's up to him to tell all the truth. But I think that he will, because she made a fool out of him too. She got him out here chasing false leads, and she burying the evidence and paying people to keep their mouth closed and to not out her ass. Like, these people gonna have questions. Carly, when did you know?
Exactly. She ain't gonna just be able to.
They hated Nina that much. Well, what would have happened if, Willa had died? Like, really, you taking a chance on this girl's life? I hope Willow slaps her too when she gets her strength up.
Oh, honestly, a couple of people need to be beating her ass, just because it's like, I'm sorry, you didn't just. This isn't like
awful quiet.
This isn't like a case where.
And I feel like you talking and I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. It seems like you've been some kind of muted. Can you go out and come back in again?
Sure.
I don't know what's going on.
All right, I'm gonna go out and come back, and I'm probably gonna switch to my other phone because it was dead, but it should be charged up by now.
Can you guys on YouTube hear anybody or anything?
I can hear Darling. I can hear her. And she was talking.
And you not participating?
Who, me?
You said I can't hear you either, girl. Is it me?
Yeah, I think it gotta be you. It gotta be you. Uh-oh.
Is it me?
I think so.
Girl, it was me. It was me the whole time. I hit my mute button, my mistake. Oh,
Lord have mercy.
I made Darling leave. I'm so sorry.
Well, when she come in, she gonna have something to laugh at.
She mad at me. I moved my keyboard and I got a mute. It looks like a little microphone thing. And I hit it when I moved the keyboard because I'm trying to make space on my desk. And that's what had happened. Darling, I'm sorry. It was me, girl.
Oh, what happened?
I was moving my keyboard around and I got this little button on my keyboard that mutes the sound. Mm-hmm. And that's what had happened. I couldn't hear you guys. Yeah, girl. My mama do that with the phone all the time. And I'd be like, well, let me just sit here on hold till she figure out that she needs to push the button.
Yeah, that's okay.
And I'm glad can stay because she helped me figure out that I needed to just push that. I ain't gonna laugh at my mama no more when she do that.
Yes, indeed. So wait, what was I saying before? Oh, the thing about what Carly has done is that there's a difference between finding out privileged information and just not sharing it and actively trying to bury it. And that's what she's been doing. Just like you said, she has literally been spending money to keep this shit under wraps. That makes that, exactly. She's more of a secret keeper about this than Harmony is. Even if Harmony is dead, she literally didn't just get the information and just keep it to herself. She has been trying to bury it so deep that nobody would ever find it. That's not, you can't act, and that's how you become an active part of a secret. The crime is the cover up is worse than the crime in this case.
Simone Francois said Carly needs to be dragged. This was not only about Nina. Willow has a family. Aunt Liesl, baby James, and her cousin, who was her doctor, just died. Carly is afraid because she knows Willow will eventually thaw and forgive Nina. If she can forgive Harmony, who gave her to Shallow to abuse, she can forgive Nina. Also, but don't forget, big-headed Carly stood in the kitchen and told Drew, Willow has a family. She's got me and Michael and Wiley and you. And he was like, bitch, come the fuck on. She got biological needs that we can't fulfill for her. You living in a fool's paradise. Honey, she needs to die. She needs to die so that big-headed Carly can learn her lesson. But no, they're not going to kill Willow. I do not think they're going to kill Willow. I don't believe they're going to take another one.
No, they're not.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I mean, I'm not going to say I would mind if they did because Willow pisses me off and she annoys the shit out of me. But and also it would also perpetuate the continued idea that Michael's dick kills people, which I find hilarious. Because every woman he rolled with eventually, yeah, she ended up beating the Grim Reaper, but yeah, they're not gonna kill her because the drama for the story, once the whole thing is revealed, is Willow and Nina figuring out how to deal with each other. Because Willow done talk some pretty foul shit that she gonna have to walk back, whether she want to or not.
Yeah, and then once she falls towards Nina, Carly's gonna look a fool because she's not gonna be able to bash Nina in front of Willow anymore. And Carly's gonna get equal time with that little boy and the new baby. Okay, which means son is gonna be around too. Yeah, she don't want all that because Drew. I feel like Drew ain't gonna stick around for too much longer because he was really upset that she wasted his time like that.
Because it's like it would have been one thing if Carly knew and just kept her mouth shut and didn't, obstruct him, because that's what she's been doing. She's been obstructing him trying to find out. But the problem is it all goes back down to the whole layer of trust. It all comes down to the fact that, look, it's not that this was something that hurt me personally. It's about the fact that you were willing to go this far. And when you see how far people willing to go with toxic ass shit like this, it make you feel some type of way. And also, Drew's feel like he just a placeholder anyway because they ain't figured out who bed they want to stick Carly in since they didn't kill Jason.
Right.
So it sounds like that's pretty much about all that happened on GH that was of interest.
That was all that happened that was of interest because I really can't. What's that girl's name that I don't like? Brooklyn.
That's a couple of people. Okay.
And one of them just died. And there was a damn Brooklyn and Chase went over there to the house to where Wiley was because Michael didn't want Nina at the house with him because Willow was so upset about it. So she and Chase are over there playing babysitter and she trying to get all close to him. And Truck Nuts is over there talking to Sasha about, I guess, him and Brooke Lynn or him and Britt, whatever. I don't even remember because I wasn't interested in none of that. But why did I even think that was interesting? I guess because Brooke Lynn thinks she's making inroads with Chase, but Chase sitting there thinking about Sasha.
Good. I want her to get her face cracked. This is a classic case of I doubt that it's gonna happen like this, but I would be fully in for her to walk in on them in bed because she deserved it after all this shit.
Honey, I was surprised that I wanted him to take her with him when he went because I was like, boy, that would be just the icing on the cake if he took Sasha with him to this meeting that Brooklyn set up where she thinks she gonna put on a pretty dress and some nice perfume and beat her face real nice and giggle and think she gonna win him back over with some sweet words that she wrote in this song that she rewrote for him to sing. And here comes Sasha. Hey, girl! Her face looked like it was ready to break. I said, "Haka cha cha." It was funny.
It was. Well, I guess if that's all for GH, we can kick on to what happened on Days because there was some things I liked about Days.
Can we do Bo first? We always do Days. We always wait for the last minute to do Bo, and I always run out of time.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Always run out of no time. When we went over for you the other night, Missy Ma'am.
We did.
Don't make me pull the receipts.
Okay, all those at one time. But can we go over?
Okay, fine. Since you in mourning for still, yeah, go ahead.
I am.
Well, I will mail you some widow's wreaths, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate you. Look, no, for real though. For real. Okay, on today. Stefan, there we go. Okay, you on there? Okay, listen, they had me upset all day thinking that Steffi had singled out her brother from being included in the meeting of their mother. And that is not what happened. I listened and I looked at the show just before we started on here.
Mhm.
That is not what happened, y'all. Steffi had let's double back. Let's double back a little bit. Taylor coming in and telling Steffi, I can't believe it. Y'all already had evidence. Yeah, because them circumventing and having it all about Steffi and Finn giving a testimony when it was already sealed and dealed it, that all she had to do was go back to jail because Miss Thing, Sheila told on herself when Steffi came up with the ingenious idea and plan to entrap her ass at the house I was gonna call him Dave and Buster. But Detective Baker came out of the woodwork and arrested her. So
didn't they have? Wasn't she wearing a wire? All that shit was on tape. So none of this makes any sense.
No, it doesn't. They got a whole freaking confession. They didn't need to be a nobody's judge's chambers. That's why I said this whole spiel is plot driven. Just to have some reason why Sheila can get out of jail on some trumped up charges, supposedly. No, she got these charges because she confessed. Nonetheless, I'll digress from that. I'm just saying it was disgusting looking at Bill slobbing Sheila down.
Wait till he screw her next week,
baby.
Like, I laugh now because I'm like, this is so weird to me. Like,
it is.
This is so odd. Like, this is.
It's strange. It's upside down. It is literally us in the upside down on both.
Upside down and inside out. And you looking through it at one of them clown at them circus mirrors. It don't even fit. And they gotta quit. Look,
this is his idea of shocking us, you guys. We are shocking entertainment. Aren't you shocked?
I'm disgusted. I think that's the more majority.
Lisa Marie Presley passed.
No way.
Yeah, it didn't look good from what they were saying, but yeah, that's the news that's out on the Twitter street. She had they had her in some kind of medically induced coma because I think they said her heart stopped, and I guess it just went down from there, unfortunately. She would cardiac arrest.
I saw that she had been trending, but I never stopped what I was doing to go see why.
Wow.
Either go to Forest Lawn or they'll bury her down here in Memphis with her daddy and her grandmama.
But nonetheless, you're correct. I am in mourning. I always mourn certain ships, and I've always shipped all of Steffi's ships, except for when she was with Eric Jr., because that disgusts me to the highest heavens. Always have, but nonetheless, I found, like I said, it is very much over for Steele, in my opinion, because Steffi says so. Steffi has never told these things to Bill to the capacity of like disdain. She's just disgusted. She can no longer find any reasons to forgive and accept Bill's behavior because we can't. It's just, it don't make any sense.
It doesn't, and it's why it's because the thing is, Bold. That's the thing. Bold is going for all shock, no substance, and they basically, it's like this. It's like, you can't tell me that we're going on a round the world tour, and I go to sleep in Miami, but then I wake up in Monaco and don't remember none of the stops we was on in between those two places.
Yeah.
But that's how Brad writes this.
And then on top of that, it's not making any stops in between. It's kind of like, okay, you bought a one-way ticket to no man's land, and you can't get back. It's just like, my only thing, because I always try to find some type of out in this. My only thing is that maybe he's doing this to give a certain fandom what they've been saying about Taylor for the longest, because they tried to negate the fact that the storyline was going towards Liam being the culprit who actually shot Bill.
Mhm.
So maybe they're circumventing back to that. And maybe it's going, because I remember a certain spoiler came out. I think it was before Thanksgiving. And it said about Lope that, and Amaya, if she's still on here, she can confirm or deny that they were supposed to be having some upcoming storyline that had nothing to do with triangles, but it was so supposed to be something that they had never experienced before. I think maybe it's something about that.
I would be very surprised if Brad went back and fixed and corrected the mistake of saying Taylor was the shooter. I mean, that would be, if for me to even bring up Taylor shooting Bill, there is no point in doing it if you're not going to correct that error. But I have no faith in Brad. He's been handed too many good opportunities to write good, solid stories and piss them all away for me to think he's going to do it now.
But the only reason why I say I think he's going to do it now is because if he's writing, because today Taylor just said, you know what I gotta do, you know what needs to be done, and her whole thing, it seems like she full speed ahead, going straight to Baker. Don't collect $200 when she pass go. She ready to go put these blues on and take off her shoes, her heels, and put on them kids, and she ready to do. But that's my thing. I don't see her staying in jail. How else are they going to get her out of jail unless her charges are dropped? And how are they going to drop her charges? In my opinion, is if it's somebody else, and it has to be somebody else close to Bill for it to be dropped. And I think that's going to have to be only Liam. But that's just my opinion.
Girl.
Personally, from just looking at how things have been done, I think Taylor's going to jail.
Me too.
I don't think she's going to jail because she, first of all, the actress is signed another.
No, I'm not saying she's going to stay in jail.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. How they gonna get her out of that situation? That's what I've said. Like, if she go to jail, she got to get out. She a main character. She ain't like,
She gonna do the minimum time. They gonna visit her in jail, just like they visit people in jail on soap operas all the time. Taylor is going to prison. Taylor's going to prison, and we'll see them visiting her. And then probably Ridge will come back and be the hero some kind of way. But Taylor going to prison.
It's because
I think that's the whole point. I think the whole point is for them to have some satisfying ends to the means to their end, but I don't think that is what is going to jolt them, because like you just said, Bill likes surprises. He likes to do things to surprise you, and I don't think we're the only one gonna get surprised. But I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. No, my thing is this: the surprises are never good surprises. See, a good surprise is them addressing the shooting, which was totally out of character for Taylor, and correcting that mistake in a roundabout way. I have no after with this bullshit with Brooke and Taylor braiding each other's hair. Then the abject stupidity and lack of effort that they're putting into this story to just paper over the months and months of storyline of Sheila and how she should be in jail, how they wanted her free and on the canvas, which is fine, and they decided that the mask story wasn't sufficient for that. That's what was supposed to happen. They didn't have Kimberlyn in the chair putting on prosthetics just for it to be a throwaway. It was supposed to be about her being able to move around LA undetected, but they decided they wanted to go a different way with it, and this is the way they went. I just don't think that I have no expectations, I guess is the way I look at it at this point.
I guess it's my brain as someone who likes to put things in order and to fix things, and also a writer brain. I don't know, maybe that's how I would write it, because it's just so fucked up now. It has absolutely no other way of being fixed. Like, because he is literally meshed.
Every
It's
damn
like,
art.
yeah.
It's like this can right now.
Shit up on the wall, and how else do you fix shit on the wall? Just
bold is like
I'm moving.
You're basically trying to make the pieces of an MC Escher paint a lithograph make sense. That's what I mean. What you're talking logic. You're talking common sense. You're talking writing structure, the things that we would apply to a story in normal times. But that's exactly why Days is winning the awards for writing and Bold never could. Because yeah, this is like they got people on Reddit who can write better stories than this, because they don't feel the need to explain anything. They feel it's appropriate for them to let a substantive things happen off screen and then tell us about it after the fact, and then just to slapdash all this together to get to where they want the characters, which is Sheila out of jail and Bill in her thrall. And while I don't have a problem with either of those things, it just feels it's insulting to the fans that this is the way they chose to get there.
I found it very interesting that Brooke knows who Ridge talks to the most. She said that I know that he talks to Steffi the most. And then Katie comes out with it. Oh, you've talked to him too, haven't you? She's like, oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, very blasé about it. I found that very interesting, considering what I had brought up yesterday in my space, that the judge is the same judge that Ridge knew, that, you know, sabotaged that sabotaged Bill and Katie's case when it came to Will. So I found it very funny that today Brooke says that the person that talks to Ridge the most is Steffi, which, you know, is not a shocker, but you know, going into order about how the show has been playing out. So I want to find out if the guy who plays the judge yesterday, does he supposed to show up on the show again? And if it has anything to do with Ridge, because those are the two characters that I can't wait to see come back. Even though I can't stand Ridge, I want to see him come back, but most of all, Thomas. I'm waiting for Thomas.
Well, you know how you'll find out, don't you, Can? You'll have to go and buy a copy of
Upper Digest. Because I will tell you, I certainly have been searching these Twitter streets, and the streets ain't got much to show us.
And they ain't.
I mean, I'm not even talking about scans. I'm talking about people just, you know, typing up the little, you know, regular and just posting whatever. You don't even really see that, because ain't nobody trying to lose their Twitter account behind spoilers.
That's why I said I'm interested in seeing. Today is Thursday. I'm interested in seeing if a Lone Ranger, if a lone account that somebody just make up randomly will post something.
See, the danger of doing that is that when your account gets suspended, they basically can attach your IP address to that. And if you're not using a VPN, then that's where the problem comes. It means that it don't matter if you go make another account. If your IP address is the same, you're still gonna end up getting blocked.
Correct. Facts. That's true.
So let's diddy bop on today's, because I think we got about 6 or 7 minutes left, which really should be sufficient because not a whole lot happened.
Yeah, nothing happened on Days except for Stephanie figured out that Alex was the one.
Exactly. She did. Yeah, after her having that whole long conversation with Chad, and she had a flashback because she said, I don't remember turning off my phone. And in my head, I'm like, that's because you didn't. And yeah, I mean, she wasn't. I'm gonna put it this way: Stephanie was not so digmatized by Alex and his Magic Mike skills before she went in that bathroom that she don't remember that she didn't turn off her damn phone.
Right. She sat there and thought real hard about that shit. She was like, I know I didn't turn that shit off. I don't never turn my phone off. I'm a publicist. I can't turn my phone off because my people might leave me. Why would I turn my phone off?
Olivia Pope don't turn her phone off.
Right.
Okay.
Not at all. Under no circumstances.
That's how that business goes. You have to be reachable 24/7, and turning off your phone is not a part of that. So it really is interesting to see how they're going to address that, because that was the end of the show. Her asking him after Alex did tell Sonny what happened, and Sonny told him, you should tell her yourself, because if she figure it out on her own, it's going to be that you did this and then you lied about it. So you might as well go out yourself, bro. Now, the only two things that I found very interesting was, first of all, one, I will say that the kind of mourning we're getting, given who's passed, is different. Like, I totally buy Steve being destroyed about Kayla, because Stephen Nichols is he doing his job.
That man trying to get an Emmy for supporting actor or something, because I'm telling you, I'm not getting this from Roman Brady. I'm not kind of emotion about Kate from Roman Brady. He giving me cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Girl, did you see? Okay, so for those who have not watched, Kate did not want a funeral, so she has already been cremated. She is sitting in a lavender urn on the Brady Pub bar right now. And when Paulina and Abe came in to ask, to check up on Roman, he explained that, and he showed them the urn. You saw that look that Abe cut at Paulina, like, look at this crazy shit.
I'm like, how they gonna bring Kate back? Is they gonna add water and stir? Because if they coming back from the dead, how?
With nobody. That's yeah. I mean, I'm very curious. Are we going like for some Ghost in the Shell shit where there's a Kate clone and they're gonna upload her brain to it? Because if Roman then already toasted her body, well, I mean, Ralph and all the other, resurrection magic that the Demiras normally can work, it can work magic, but I don't think it can work that kind of magic. That's a big ask. Bring somebody back from the dead.
Ask.
That's a huge ask. I did like I did like that we got new information today, because when Rex went to go see Lucas finally told him the truth about the Philip situation, because I often forget that everybody thinks that Philip is dead.
Yeah, they all think Philip is dead, but he was like, no, Mama sent him away.
Exactly, and Lucas did say it correctly. He was like, Mom felt like he couldn't make it in prison, so her and Victor sent Philip away, because and both Lucas and Abe both said it right. Kate would do anything for her children. She would. She literally, the crime does not matter to Kate, did not matter to Kate Roberts. If her kids needed or wanted something, she was willing to do whatever to get it, no matter what. So I know, and so apparently Rex is supposed to go off to tell Philip, because he's literally at a sanitarium, to tell Philip that Kate is dead. Lucas asked him to be the one to go tell him. So I guess that's going to be the roundabout way for them to bring Philip back onto the canvas. No, Lucas isn't. Okay, Electra Storm. Lucas is in jail because he kidnapped Sammy. When Sammy got kidnapped and disappeared for that stretch of time, they thought that it was EJ who did it, but it turned out that it was Lucas, because he didn't want her to get back together with EJ. So yeah, that is how Lucas landed himself in jail, and I'm not happy about that shit at all, but that's another story. That was pretty much it. Oh, I do have to bring something up. Bubbles mentioned this, and I wanted to bring special attention to this. When Chad went over to see Stephanie, he bought her like this condolence card that the kids had made for her, which was very, very sweet of them. But why this man up here talking about how he was reading Thomas Lemony Snicket after Abigail died?
What?
And I'm like, which book did you start with, sir? Because that was all terrifying shit.
I mean, and for anyone who does not know, the premise, the first thing that happens in the Lemony Snicket book series is these 3 children are made orphans because their parents die in a fire.
Right.
And then they go through all kind of horrendous shit. Now that they are orphans and don't really have family to take care of them, but they have a fortune, so they get diddy bopped around to guardian after guardian after guardian, and going through all these really weird, odd situations and very life-threatening situations in a lot of cases. And I'm thinking, Chad, that's what you read the kid after his mom got murdered?
Damn.
Man, this I'm sorry.
I said, listen, what are you doing?
Can you have sensitivity training as a dad?
You know what? Somebody need to come and just get them damn kids for real. Somebody need to come and get them damn kids because
They need to get Jennifer Rose back right and let her take him, because I'm sorry. He really, I mean, I know he's the least of the DeMaras, but damn.
I just don't know. I really just don't understand. And then after their parents died, their parents didn't die. Their parents were murdered because somebody set the fire.
Yeah, that was a set. Yeah, it was a fire that was set on purpose. True that.
So then now these kids is being passed on between all of their parents' friends and shit because they're being stalked by this man who's trying to get their parents' secret. This is really what you want?
Little children.
Is Alex supposed to be the count? He trying to get Stephanie. That's the Snicket. He trying to lemony.
Well, I hope he enjoyed that lemony that one time, because shit else ain't gonna happen. Oh, and also I wanted to point out to Days of Our Lives, when y'all opened up with that cold open, a Roman sitting there talking to Kate's urn, talking about livening up the Brady Pub menu. You had nerve enough to say maybe they should add some blackened fish and some gumbo. You is not gonna have that man up in here trying to put gumbo up on the Brady Pub menu. Please don't insult New Orleans like that. And if it's not gonna be real gumbo,
that is not a pub dish. That is not a dish they serve in a pub.
I don't have a whole lot of confidence that their recipe would be authentic.
Yeah, right.
No, it's gonna be like that Disney gumbo that got kale in it.
Oh my God, who thought of that?
Yeah, terrible people. Terrible.
No, that's not gumbo. That is soup inspired by gumbo. That's what people need to start saying, that this was inspired by.
That sounds like Italian wedding mixed with mascaroni, mixed with Olive Garden zuppa.
See, that's why I don't eat soup. That's too much damn food floating in water.
I did enjoy that Jada was able to comfort Steve a bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I mean, I really do. I mean, Patch is tearing it up.
Yes.
You really do believe that man's heart is broken in a bazillion pieces. Roman, I don't know. It's not there. It's just not. And I hope we don't see too much more of it, because I keep trying to keep myself from busting out laughing every time I look at that lavender urn sitting on that ball. I'm like, somebody gonna knock that shit over, and then you're gonna be happy, Roman, when Kate all over the place.
You know what, darling? I'm done.
Why you got that damn bag of ashes sitting up there on the bar where people got to come in here and eat it? That's got to be against health.
He's waiting on them to finish making her shadow box above the bar, so he put it behind the bar.
He gonna be real upset when somebody throw a tip on top of that damn urn.
He gonna carry her around. He gonna carry her around just like they said. He gonna carry her around.
And he did mention about when Tony was, dead, and Anna was carrying around his ashes. I'm like, okay, so you already knew your sister was like, a few Fruit Loops short of a full cereal box, and here you is like, he was like, but you know what? I kind of understand why she did it. Okay, Roman. Okay. Oh, Lord.
Inspired by crazy activities.
Well, the Bradys are not as numerous as they used to be.
Yeah.
A good chunk of them are dead. The majority of the Brady kids are not even in Salem anymore.
Yeah.
So Roman really is kind of sort of on his own.
Yeah.
Family-wise. So I guess it is what it is. But all I know is I don't know how long they're gonna play the storyline with these ladies being dead. But if we got to see too many scenes of Roman sitting at the bar talking to that urn, I'm not gonna be able to take that seriously.
You know his brother coming back.
Back. They need to hurry up and get Bo ass here. Bo would tell, please. We're 3/4 of the way through the promo, and tomorrow I'm assuming I don't think Marlena's gonna die tomorrow. She's definitely gonna last until next week because they're gonna make her death the slow one.
I was just about to say, they using Steve Patch Johnson to prepare us for this masterclass that Deidre Hall and Drake Hoxton finna put on. Y'all ain't gonna be able to recover. They gonna have to do it on the weekend. She ain't gonna die tomorrow. She might die next Friday if they pull it out. But they gonna have to make that somebody's cliffhanger or something because we ain't gonna be able to stand up once Deidre Hall dies and Drake Hoxton's John started throwing shit because Doc is dead. We ain't ready. We not ready.
No, we not.
Coming and we not ready. The way that that man acting over there for Kayla, we are not ready. What John is fixing to do over Marlena.
That's that old school love.
Sex on the Titan boardroom table love.
Yeah, my guess is probably gonna be that. Probably by next Friday, we may be seeing Marlena off into the hereafter. Though I will say some of the spoilers that are already out for next week are good. Like case in point, Rachel gonna have a whole meltdown because she gonna catch Brady and Chloe together. I can't wait to see little Miss Pinmark lose her shit.
Oh, that's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be on Kristen now because you should have just left things alone. But now look at you.
All put outside and shit.
Like a little girl. But we'll see. We're gonna wrap it up. Anybody got anything else before we wrap it up?
No. Hashtag free Thomas, hashtag fuck Bo.
That's the normal damn order of business.
Right. Where's Louisa at? Because I promise you, every time Louisa posts something, her stuff be fucked.
She love it. I love her for it. I love Louisa for it. Yes, honey. Please keep it going.
I would, and I think I'm gonna have to put myself through the Sheila and Bill sex scene just because I have to see the train wreck. I have to.
Oh my God! You one of those people. You one of those people hold up my damn traffic because you want to see how many people done wrangled up in that damn accident.
Yeah, I'm rubbernecking.
Drive slow. Just drive slow.
Y'all ridiculous.
And I think that's it for drinks today. The day after tonight.
I got my feel, y'all.
I hope it happened in the earlier part of next week when I'm off, so that I could just sit here and watch it live and tweet live and eat popcorn. Because aside from the fact that I want to see how it's gonna go, the absolute debacle that the tag is gonna be is the other entertaining part of it. Dollar Bill been on a dry spell for God knows how long, and this is how he break it.
We gonna get it back, bro. That Hellcat finna get him. Get him, Sheila.
That's so disgusting. That's just nasty.
She beat her man every time.
That's just nasty.
I can't wait. She gonna up and grind. Okay, y'all.
It's gonna smell like mentholatum. It's gonna smell like Ben Gay. and Earl Shad. Girl, I can't.
Sheila do yoga, honey. She's flexible. That's why
I think I low key threw up in my mouth.
she's flexible like Gumby, honey. She's Gumby.
I'm Gumby, damn it.
She got that stretch for the stroke. Bill ain't fixing to go nowhere but fixing to be whipped. Cause she got that
listen, Bill don't get whipped. Bill whips the pussy. You hear me? He don't get whipped.
I don't know. This time he done said
we going down the rabbit hole, y'all.
I know that we gonna talk about this some more the next time because I apparently there's supposed to be a spoiler that I can't substantiate about how when the word gets out about this that the plan is gonna be for Brooke to throw the kitty at Bill to break the spell. So I'm just.
Okay. Oh my.
Well, guys, on that note, we gonna end for real.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining tonight.
Thank you for hosting, Bubs.
Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Bill sucking on her ninth toe.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Bubbles. KK, I know you in pain, but I just can't.
I'm done. I got nothing else to say. Good night.
All right. Good night. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming out, y'all.
Thank you.
Good night.